Hello sir, welcome to Indore Business World. So, as education is a very dynamic sector, it must have been witnessing a lot of changes in recent few months and years. So, what is your overview? Like, what are the changes that you are witnessing at your end?
See, education is the new reform which is India is experiencing, and that was the need of the hour. So, education reforms are required, and it's happening. And after post NEP declaration, and after a huge effort of the ministry, they came up with a new education policy which gives a new dimension and a paradigm shift to the education. The entire pedagogy of delivery, entire pedagogy of classroom teaching is going to be changed. Coming post COVID, the digitalization of education had have some challenges, have some limitations and restrictions. But yes, digitalization of education and edtech had given a support system to teaching, where we can now create a repository and we can make learning more effective experientially and learning. And what NEP says that it's an outcome based education, it should be.
So, as you're associated with the higher education sector, if I'm not wrong. So, coming to that, what do you think, like aligning the curriculum or aligning curriculum with the industry, how important it is?
See, when we talk about higher education system, curriculum is open sky.
Okay.
The concepts and basics fundamentals has to be cleared, and probably technology is going to enable the teachers to bring that repository to make understand students how. The why has to be enabled by teacher, and the how support system has to be developed by tech.
So, sir, coming to the technology part, so to which extent the technological intervention is required?
I think human touch cannot be erased from teaching. Indian education system is based on human touch. We have emotions, we have feelings, and the way we had been brought up in our families, we have our cognitive exposure, observation, and experiences. And teaching, learning requires emotion, feelings, and experiences and observations. And digital cannot bring emotion, feeling, and observations into that. Digital can give you an exposure, and they can make you learn things, but they cannot pour things into your mind. And to create that interest, the teacher will be always there. Now, when we talk about things, so 80% teacher enabled and 20% digital, this hybrid mode is going to work for. And still, India being so diversified into each systems, 70% of the rural population comes from India, 30% is in urban. So, when we talk about tier 2 and tier 3 cities, the acceptability of taking online education or education technology will be difficult, because we yet have to create contents. And when it's not about content, it's about learning content, it's about the quality of content, it's about the content which a child can understand. So it will take time. Secondly, the content has to be understandable by a child. So that is required. Secondly, we are very bilingual. So the regional dialects, bilingual dialects, and the content development into so many languages will be a difficult task for tier 2 and tier 3. And tier 2, tier 3 do have a digital access, they do have data, and they do have access to making reels and being on Instagram, being on Facebook. But when it's come to teaching, it should be into the linguistic part has to be taken care of, which will require another 1 decade to create the content. Because when a teacher comes to the classroom, he brings 2 to 3 decades of experience, exposure, observation, his own methodologies, his own pedagogy, wherein digital is aligned, streamlined, and one single path for each student. Now, the another question comes: a classroom have 60 students coming from a different cognitive behavior, cognitive society, different classes, religion, culture, custom, tradition, and all the childs have their own methods of learning. So, one single digital content, one single digital method won't work with 60 students. That will be another challenge.
Very nicely explained. Thank you.
Thank you.